What's up, gang? It's sweltering hot, but as always, I am your host here at the Misplay for Game podcast. It's Andrew or Elixir.
Hi, pre-recorded people who don't see me right now. Welcome to kind of pre-recorded Boko Misplay. I'm Tom.
And it's me, current trick. So for you, it'll be past trick. This is a pre-recorded video.
And yeah, my room has moved again. Because I love keeping things interesting. Reminder to check on your goth friends in the sweltering heat in the UK. It's miserable here.
Tell them a little color in their life. You know, wear a nice bright t-shirt or something. Unlike me, who has decided to wear grey on top of black. And
yeah, the jacket.
A little bit of white. This one's absorbing all the sunlight.
I got my jacket in the corner to not be touched until photos require contractual obligations. It is just too hot.
That's crazy. I'm gonna die in this jacket.
Yeah, that might be today.
Yeah, like I'm taking mine to Jester's, and my goal is when I walk into Jester's, if it's too hot in there, I'm Seto Kaibering this shit again, and I am refusing to wear it properly.
Oh, it's 32 degrees Celsius in Manchester today.
Yeah, and I know Americans will be like, oh, it's not even that hot in it. Our houses are different.
It's 90 degrees in America, bro. That's hot. It's hot anywhere.
Hot. It's not even summer yet. It's spring. People are like, oh my gosh, we used to have summers that were 33 degrees. And he was like, yeah, that was when it was July. It's May. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. None of that rational thinking around here, though, bro.
People that have joined the Discord know that I've got an ice cream machine now, though. So your boy is experimenting.
Bro, why are we here? Let's just go around to your house and get ice cream.
Honestly,
have an ice cream party.
Like low key. It's a bank holiday. That's why we're recording this at 2 p.m. on a Monday. Yeah, I mean,
that's why it's so bright.
Before Jester's, we could just get ice cream.
The world's our oyster, man. I spent part of this weekend learning how to install plumbing. I had to build toilet frame. That was cool. So, you know, the world takes you in multiple journeys through your life. That's all I got to say about that. Just speaking of journeys, bro, the Journey to the West Shambala set is coming out.
That's exactly
what a segue.
Thanks, man. I had the word, but I couldn't think of the joke, so I just said it.
I always remember it because it's spelled like Segui.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
It really is.
I'm ruined because of a terrible joke where I watch a bad movie about a mall cop every year. And so that word in particular incites like a war flashback response to me. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm all right.
Yeah, no, I used to not know how to spell segue. I used to spell it like it sounds, and it's like, why can I never find what I'm looking for? And my goat Sajam taught me the spelling of segui. I'm like, all right, I guess this is just how it's. Yeah, there's really not that many cards that are in card app right now for it, which is a little interesting.
No, I don't think it's been updated.
Yeah, this might have to begrudgingly be
Damn, you guys know some crazy Segway trivia? Sorry, the guy who invented the Segway died on a Segway.
That's insane. You know what?
And that's me when I'm trying to hard pivot an episode. I'm gonna die on this Segway.
KnTElixar might have the
KnTElixar has the Twitter reveals
quite regularly.
All right, yeah, you
know
what?
There's a lot out already. I was
shout out to Blade Gossip.
Yeah, took a real guess on what was going to be the first topic. So yeah, we're not doing. We'll talk about the last 80 event of the format later. There was also OCE, but I don't think those results have been put on DCG Nexus yet. So Shambala.
Me when I'm a basketball player, but I'm really bad. Call me a shamballer.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Great work. Good God. No, listen.
And on that note, it's not.
Kaguya running screens.
Fortitude blocker. Ooh. No, this shit's
retail blocker.
I'm a fan so far, man. They're doing a really cool thing with these where it's like they're kind of trying to make. It seems like they're trying to make a VPET set into more than just a VPET set. So, like, you know, we've got the VPET decks, like the Virus Busters and the Nature Spirits, which I think maybe it's now more fair to say field decks than VPET decks. I've seen some people talking about that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, Ruli, the Tamer, is not in the VPET. So, like, maybe it's just going to expand beyond the VPET line or whatever.
Where is our Shambala one?
Dude, it's been a minute. We did that a while ago.
Yeah, because I nearly clicked on the Satan Gokumon, thinking there it is. Yeah.
There we go.
But Shambala is crazy because it's got like multiple factions.
It was us three doing this one.
But Shambhala is tight because it's got all these different factions and all these different settings in the lore. So it's got a lot more in common with Iliad than it does with, CS. So I think it's going to be cool to see how they like separate things out. And from the look of it, it's we got two of the TB level 6s in Kageyamon and in Amaterasumon, and both of those guys are like boss monsters with weird on deletes. So like clearly they're building to something that is, if I was to assume, perhaps a giant purple level 7 Bozo Digimon that deletes things, maybe your things.
When would be deleted?
Yeah. But it'll be neat to see if that's like how much they tie to the Toho Braves, how much they tie to the island versus like the field spell is real cool. The field spell is like it applies to both of them the same, but it like gives the whole of the Shambhala trait like a line, which is neat. So
I think it's really interesting. Well, one from an art standpoint though. Nakano Haito just did the SPs for the last set, and now they're just like, oh yeah, here's a regular art. And also, look how many tags this thing has.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Looking like Prime Mewtwo King.
Man, this card's gonna be so cool when I delete and bot deck stuff. It's cringe when Medusa does it. Yeah, I don't play that.
It is really funny that we were like, oh, let's try and make something broken, and they, fans of the show, Bandai, they watched the book and went, no, actually, what if we went stupider? And we could not have predicted Ascension was going to be a new keyword.
One of these guys specifically.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. I still think this card's crazy, but I think it's good in the context of like, I'm sure this whole archetype is going to build to something.
Yeah.
But Amaterasumon, I've seen a lot of purple players that are just kind of mad that they exist. I don't think this card's half of Medusa.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Medusa's doing it twice.
Exactly. This is just once 2 cards, which is like sometimes contextually that matters. It like I guess could be a little better against like rocks.
Also, it's not a rev. If it was like bot deck something, get massive and then rev, I think that would be a bit much. But this is like you tell 2 guys to fuck off, really. Which I think is pretty cool. I think playing into, if you hate slop decks that are multiple colors, boy, does this deck tell slop to fuck off.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the lore implication that like if they want to expand out like how they're gonna connect these things. We did the Shambala episode of Misplay like a year ago. You guys can go watch that again. I'm not gonna give you the Shambala lore breakdown again. But basically, there's like the military dudes on the outside island and the like hippie peace love spirit ladies on the inside island, and they're called the Sanmyojin. So it's like the fact that all the Sanmyojin do something when they show up and when they leave is like, whoa, it's like a cycle. That's cool. So it'll be neat to see what happens. Like if they both target something like that. Like if Amaterasumon is like for all the colors in your deck, she's probably making reference to the fact that the other Shayu Warriors deck is going to have 1 billion colors in it.
I mean, Goku was whatever he's called. I forget it.
Satan Gokumon. Super Saiyan Gokumon.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Rose, Super Saiyan Gokumon.
I mean, he is the 3 colors that Goku turns, if you think about it.
It's true, dude. That's what they needed. That they decided this.
That's what colors he is.
Okay, like the blue is maybe a little bit of a reach, but this is the colors Goku is.
I think it's the colors of his fusions, to be fair.
No, I think it's the colors that Goku turns.
Oh, true.
Yeah, they're big DBT fans.
Yeah. Well, he's got blue socks on. You just can't see in this one.
Oh, I see. That makes so much sense.
But it's exciting, man. I'm stoked. And then the VPETs, obviously, like the OG field Vex, like we're getting just as like a point of order because I'm sure everyone on their mother has talked about it. Like, yes, the dual cards are good. I've never seen them so thoroughly. Like, guys, we got to update the game. Guard versus decoy. We're moving on. It's time for better shit.
They better give me a sister, man. Like it says God.
Yeah.
They don't. I'm taking off.
Real curious
Also,
they
like,
decided
they-
to release
a
this
token.
after Harry comes on the pod. World's biggest decoy hater shows up, and then suddenly they finally patch a decoy.
Oh.
Curious.
Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's a great keyword to have released in July 2026 before Craniumon gets 2 waves of support.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be
maybe
real
maybe
difficult
3
to get
waves
rid
of
of, huh?
support. Now that I'm saying it out loud, he might be getting 26, EX13, and 27.
I
My
personally,
God, that's terrible news for me to have heard out loud, even if it came from my head.
I love the Digimon they've chosen to represent, like the little Mamemon in the back, the saluting Monodramon.
Yeah,
as he
this
to do
one's
nothing.
cool. These are cool because it's not just the Pendulum color cast. On like the OG Nature Spirit, Deep Savers, Nightmare Soldiers, it's all like Pendulum color rosters. But a bunch of these Digimon are from the Pendulum Z, which is like a much bigger expanded roster from a previous anniversary year. So maybe there's, like I was saying, like maybe it's less a VPET deck now and more a field deck, which is kind of cool.
I just love that it's shortened to me. All of me
Yeah,
Digimon.
that's me.
All of me Digimon.
All of me
bro.
Digimon gain guard.
That's a
Use
fake
requirement, me trait. Use me
Digimon
trait.
King Guard.
That kicks
Me
ass, actually.
Digimon attacks.
So speaking of me Digimon not leaving the fucking field, can we talk about the new direction of green? I'm so tired of this shit already.
Where you have to fight them to death?
I get it. They want everyone to use dual cards. They're just like, every single dual card is tell one Digimon to fuck off. And every single dual card seems to be, ooh, haha, Digimon effects. What are those? Haha, please use a dual card on me. Really, I miss when green used to go dummy wide instead of just sit there and be a dickhead.
I think it's really funny that like green has this like I will battle people and I will also be immune to Digimon effects, but then don't like appreciate the fact that green Digimon counter themselves because green Digimon will battle the unaffected Digimon.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, wait, I didn't think my own strategy would be used against me. This isn't fair.
It's messed up too that it's twice in a row with these big bozo dual card Digimon too, because like we said in a previous episode of the show, that's like dual cards are only ever going to be as bad as the option half. So it's like if you just feel like a deck could do with an unsuspend and 2 suspends, yeah, bro, you could play this dual card bozo that's an option you find off a mem boost, and like it's just it'll be interesting like where they go with some of these. I think it's wild that this is the second green level 6 duel that is not. It is exactly green black, and black can't use the option. So it's like they just black isn't going to get a dual card until I guess Gundramon, and even then that's really a Muskets card.
You know why? You know what this is, right?
That's because Craniumon's going to get the dual.
No.
card.
Why it's dual green. This is a Alliance card.
It is an Alliance card. That's just true. It's
like
anything but a Dire Rabbitmon card.
Yeah.
There's no helping that.
Well, that's because Dire Rabbit doesn't have a deck yet.
That's true.
Until now.
Finally get cards.
Okay, so can we talk about Lamortmon just existing for the
This
third
is like
time?
the best card of the. Well, no,
This is
the
the best Lamortmon they've had, which is like not exactly something to be proud of.
It's borderline the best.
So low for that.
Yeah, it's borderline the best Nature Spirit 5 too. Like it combines the 2 ones we already liked. It's Triceramon's Burn and Digivolve Jagamon. It's does a lot for the deck. Also, it's a green black. Every time they give this deck dual color things, it makes DNAs better. Like DNAing into like a Metal Edamon is a little easier now.
Ooh, we should probably stop making DNAs better.
Yeah, but DNAing into Metal Edamon isn't exactly. It's like you've taken 2 steps
if you
and turned them into nothing.
BT22 Metal Edamon? Is that
it might be 23. I know which one you're talking about.
He was a bad. No, he would have been a Cyber Sleuth card. He wouldn't have been 20. Maybe it's 20.
Well, 23 is Cyber Sleuth as
It's
well,
this
right?
one, right? 18.
Yeah, that one. God, that's 18. It had been a minute since this deck got
Yeah.
Oh, it's
something, but I
18.
didn't hate
Yeah,
it.
BT 18.
But yeah, DNA. It's both halves of the Metal Edamon's second DNA color. So
Yeah, give one opponent's Digimon sec -2 and then de-digivolve one of their Digimon. No DP minus, no other form of removal. Just tell one guy to kick rocks for 1 turn.
Yeah, it's not great. Although I do like to see the like application for this in like the context of it gives you something to do with the spare parts because the new tamers let you play the same level bozos. So it's like if you've just got a bunch of 5s in your hand that are rotting, just keep playing 5s.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll see. But I am excited. There's a lot of cool shit here. Shambala has, so far at least, felt like it's given like a lot of direction for this. So
I'm
big
excited for
fan.
Toho Brave.
Big fan. These decks are, I think, like, you know, if you're sick of trait stuff or whatever, you get used to it or whatever.
Look, slop is ruining the game, Tom.
Yeah,
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. And a mono green, what's it called? Simbear or Goromon would definitely have fixed the game, man. It would have really solved the problem.
I think it's really interesting. Like when we were designing our Toho Braves, we were like, well, they're probably not gonna do the Ghost Game kids as like their line because they'll save them for something else. But it's really interesting that they were like, nope, we're going straight into these because we do not want to ever give Hiro Amanakawa a main set ever again. They are so scarred by the consequences of RB that they're just like, oh, any excuse to make sure that we never, ever have to go, hey, did anyone watch Ghost Game and enjoy it?
Is Serious Mon a super rare?
I think he's an ultra
yes.
specifically.
No, Serious is
okay, I was gonna say it's just Satan so far. I was like, no way they made Gamamon more rare than the other two. That would be really funny.
Yeah. So this guy's just a menace, right? Like that's his whole thing in the lore. Like he's just a menace specifically.
Yeah, he's like
everyone.
Gokumon is like one of the dudes in this within the context of the Shambhala setting. He and his like homies that are part of like the existing Shakamon deck that everybody already like was kind of aware of. All of them collectively exist in that setting. So like they've made him this in that, or in that lens. In the VPET, it's just like a cool final form for Gokumon. It's not particularly like, you know, it's just something to cap off the line. So whether they expand on it for the card game, we'll see. He's a menace in the card game. That's not particularly difficult to look at either. Yeah. This is one of those. He's one of the more bozo dudes I've read this year. Keyword rush on Red Digimon should be studied in a lab. I think it's neat. But I think it's basically the one tried and true tested way to increase the quality of a red deck by 1 tier.
They don't seem to have this Digimon made.
I believe, hey Andrew, I believe Gokumon has this Digimon made. Or sorry, the Satan Gokumon. Doesn't he have?
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. This guy, menace, my fault.
Yeah, so the only thing holding him down is a Venusmon, I suppose. But yeah, it's neat. I've seen a lot of people talking about this as like a generic piece in like a million DNA end pieces boards because it can go over all of the Digimon 02 DNA 5s. It can go over all of the Chimera like funny white composite pile decks that people were messing around with. And all he cares about is the colors, right? So it's it's level 5 DNA pieces. So it's like as long as you can stack a bunch of them together, it gets pretty good. Although assembly is like obviously the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
We'll see. The engine for Gokumon, it's nice that they started with those because it's just a ton of draw one, trash one, which will get you through anything. So I don't know. That's how you make assembly work. We know this from like from what's it called, the Omnimon stuff that came out recently.
It's really interesting that red is now like starting to become a card draw color.
Yeah, it's by like making it all on like timings is neat. So it's like when moving, when or I guess the Chronomon is on play and stuff. But yeah, like things that are like not endless combo pieces, but are just like I am playing high tempo Digimon. That's kind of a cool concept to me. It needed red needed a bit of love, and like I think red and green, like in particular, are like the two that had gone the longest without getting like a new cool keyword or something. Like green got Alliance and then everybody else took it. And then green didn't get anything until Vortex. And Vortex was one deck for like a prolonged period of time.
Yeah,
so
Vortex got I'll battle people's my unique strategy and then
so
go immediately.
You know, if this is where they're gonna go with it, or like they're gonna try and incorporate like cool immune fighting guys to green. Again, all Digimon immunity too. There's not been like if it looks like they're gonna keep like total immune bozos to one side for black decks, like Galactic.
Or my goat, Ultimate Brachiomon.
Shoutouts to Ultimate Brachiomon.
Pre-release
menace.
All-Star.
Yeah, he was an absolute demon at pre-release. I was regularly passing 5. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Shambala is exciting. I'm stoked. I do think the Jellymon will be an interesting one.
Game-changing.
Yeah, truly, like, I think Jellymon, if on the assumption that the Ruli and Hero match the Kyoshiro, and that like the deck itself gets to play a card with the the Jellymon in text and NS or DS field. The DS field spell is, I think, contextually strongest, although it's the one that I think benefits the least from being played mid combo because you kind of already wanted it set up anyway. Startling Thunder, though, is not the card that is like going to flop here. That turned this card into good as hell.
Yeah, this card was funny back when it went memory neutral with the tamer that you were bouncing. Now it will always be a plus. This shit is awesome.
It's any tamer. It's crazy. Like, this beats the Homeros stuff.
Yep.
I'm a fan. Yeah, listen, if this makes Jellymon good, I'll be happy for them. I don't think this. Yeah, if this card ends up good in Deep Savers, we have a bigger issue.
I could see it. I mean, Return Level 4 is not the worst thing in the world if I'm paying 2 for it. But also, like, I'm not even looking at that. I'm just thinking Deep Saver of Seedramon. It literally just says on attack, gain a memory.
Yeah.
And then the tamer just evolves into Mega C for 2.
This only turns off Digimon effects, right?
Yeah, Digimon on players. This
Okay.
doesn't turn off everything.
Yeah, I was just making sure that just like it wasn't like,
was
all right,
balanced in the world of dual cards.
I'm just making sure it wasn't sit on Age of Shramon, cast Startling Thunder until the game ends.
Just keep a Jellymon on the field next to it. Yeah. It'll be cool. Shambhala has been exciting so far. Metal Empire and Virus Busters having like 2 cards revealed suggests to me that like the doomer take everyone seems to have is that because Metal Empire will Virus Busters lets you play another guy out. So it's like, you know, when something goes off, you can play the corresponding same level. Clearly supposed to be Omnimon. Yeah. Seems like that's what they're trying to do.
One thing
VB is like 3 different DNAs.
What's cute is this also may be random 4 Great Dragon support. As you long there. Just to be like, oh yeah, spit out your Magnadramon for free and then it'll blow up. Also, this might be our first actual Bellucimon. Like, because we only have Skull Bellucimon in the game, and we don't actually have.
No, isn't there a yellow Bellucimon?
I don't think so.
I think he was like a highly statted.
Oh shit! Never mind. BT6.
Yeah, he's a 5k DP for play cost shithead.
Oh, interesting. This guy has never shown up for me whenever I search.
He was a bad Pulsemon splash me and Terry used to try because he was a 3 security gimmick.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Maybe first playable Bellucimon.
Yeah.
BT6 and then only the dead horse.
Yeah, this is the hope, right? Is because the the Shambala field spells for Virus Busters and Metal Empire have a extended roster than just the colors. So, like, for example, Shoutmon does not feature in the Pendulum color for Virus Busters, but he does feature in the Pendulum Z. So the hope here is that, like, oh, well, that means they could expand it to include stuff like Bellucimon. If that's true, that's crazy, because just to name a handful of beloved DNA Digimon who happen to be Virus Busters, Omnimon, Mastemon, Proximamon, all of them VB Digimon, all of them very ready to combo if this card is semi-playable. So I'm excited. Yeah. Well,
I think it'd be cool because
we're also getting an Arcturusmon as a promo pack, our locals promo card later this year.
That makes sense.
Leaked with the LM9 reveals.
Yes.
So we know we're gonna at least get, I would assume, if I was a betting man, another Virus Buster Arcturusmon.
Wait, doesn't this mean we'll just end up with another random shock as well? I'm just looking at Angemon and go, what does Angemon DNA with?
Don't think about that too hard.
You know, genuinely, Andrew, if they, well, that's contingent on if they expand the roster or not, because there isn't an Ankylomon in Virus Buster. We'll see.
Turns out when we were all complaining about Pyledramon, we were complaining about the wrong DNA. Who'd have thought?
If I was gonna guess for you the VB lines in the VPET, it would probably be like Salamon, Gabumon, or Agumon as the rookies. The obvious Gamamon line that will go through the whole thing. It'll probably be like Angemon, a Greymon or a Garurumon, and like a Leomon. The 5s, I don't expect to be Greymon or Garurumon because they would be presumably Metal Empire Digimon. And then the 6s will probably be Iris Buster.
Did we? Oh, we did do our virus. Did we do our virus busters one?
Forever ago, I think.
Yeah, it was like we decided this was just like the most like it was degging everything that was virus trait or some nonsense.
Yeah,
like
evil
just
deck.
Truly unhinged.
It's just BT14 Angemon put on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we know that the gimmick on the field spell is playing the same level out. I mean, dude, that's also an Angel's mechanic, right? Like swing an Angel, get another Angel. It's pretty good.
I could have saw. It's somewhere on here. Just check the Misplay for Game bonus content thing. We made some stuff. The Metal Empire one. Shout out to is
all those Mamemons.
Those Mamemons that made loss.
It was a good bit.
Yeah. It's in there, and if it's not in there, I'll get it in there. Shout out to the new one that just came out for Champions. They get to see that shit early.
Ooh.
And also the one person that noticed that for somehow found the unlisted video. Great job to you.
You and I randomly type goes into YouTube, see what comes up.
Hacking into the mainframe. Yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna be cool. I think it's cool that it's gonna be such a big power upgrade for the RB
Some
decks.
truly terrible decks that need this, like really getting a huge boost from it.
Like I'm happy for Jammer.
Yeah,
that is true.
He's going up.
He just got 81, and then he's also getting a full set of new support.
I have been. I'll pull the curtain off this because this is a pre-recorded episode. This doesn't potentially risk anything for me live. I have been buying Gamamon cards this weekend. I used my paycheck. I made the committed call once I read the Hero Amanakawa. Enough was enough. Gamamon was a cheerable red deck. This evil dipshit can play Bond of Strongest Brothers mid combo.
Yeah.
So
pretty good.
I'm now not pretending. I think the Gamamon cards are good enough to see play at some kind of regional scale of it. I'm just.
I mean,
it depends what the Arcturus looks like. But
all it took was like 2 ways of back-to-back support, including a dual card, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And a tamer.
Oh god.
A dual card, a tamer, and super push. I say super push. Like the Sirius is just like a quality. It's just a quality of life upgrade over an already fine Sirius.
Well, if depends how long they keep pushing it too. This deck is also messed up because like BT21 hero plus new memory center hero means you're gonna have like 6 memory every turn. So, or 6 plus the 2 discount. So it's like you're gonna just do stuff that other red decks can't afford to. Like this is like he's kind of the money spread red deck right now. Where like nothing costs enough and everything is easy.
Wait, can you just swing this fucker and no, because wait, can you just swing this fucker and turn him into Sirius?
Is it a main effect?
No, it's your turn. It's like
But how would he be evolving?
When I can't remember. While you have 2 security,
4, 3 or more hero tamers, this Digimon made Digivolve.
This is just a passive warp condition. You have to have something to trigger the warp.
Yeah. So like,
it would, if your question is like the duels don't work with these.
Okay, no, I was more just thinking like the hero getting you
like if you swing and then evolve, yeah, because like the arts.
Yeah,
you swing the trigger the hero.
Yeah, if you swing the hero, you can just turn this guy into a level 6. Huh?
Would be funny. Would be funny that was the thing we spent like a year trying to get Gallantmon to do, and they give it to him in 2 cards.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
It's
though.
fine. They'll just power creep this and go like any Gallantmon can just evolve.
Thank God. Where we finally get another playable Takato.
Also, we're talking like Gallant didn't tough the event.
Yeah, well, that was player gap. I've watched those videos.
That is true.
That guy knew ball.
Good list, by the way.
Great list. But yeah, I'm excited. Do we want to talk about, speaking of events and topping, do we want to look at some stuff from the format, or do you guys have anything else you want to say about Shambala? It's like it's hype, new stuff coming out.
You're ready for these.
Yeah, if I was calling my shot, I can't wait to see what the scene looks like when Enmamon and Shakamon get revealed in 3 weeks. Enmamon is going to be like a bad news day for the people who are like, oh, purple is so dead, bro. They take my shit out of my trash. And then Enmamon is like, put my whole hand in trash. Who cares?
Mill as many cards from your deck as you feel like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 20 this
Pick
time.
a number between 1 and 50 and mill that many cards. Then from your discard pile, pick a number between 1 and 50 and gain that many
It's
memory.
just raw. It's just raw. Just fuck it.
It's just raw. Oh my god. Why did we not do that for the Poco? It's just raw.
Yeah, I'll selectively
I'll pay
mill.
all but one life for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm in grand finals and it's just my eye dueling like a Shadow Realm.
Which event is this?
This is Play Latam Chile
Chile.
Regional. This is the last 81 event of the format, unless OCE. No, because I think OCE was 25, right? The one that Dane commentated like last week.
Oh, I don't think it
Yes.
was 25. I'd have to look.
If it was 25, then this was the last one. If it was not 25, this was not the last one. But yeah, this one was a Styraka. This was Red Deck Sweep.
Oh,
We
top
made
three.
it back, baby. Fraud Watch over. Finally.
Styraka, Jessmon, and Cross. Because, you know, we are.
Oh, we did talk
we
about
are
this
in
with
that
H
town.
last week because we had the Machinamon made a top.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, so it did. Did we look at it?
He was upset to see Digimon Liberator.
No,
top.
this was a different Machina because the Machina
Oh,
we
is
list
it?
was like 86th place or something.
Yeah, this is 100% a different list because Jessmon did not top that last.
Yeah,
episode.
Jessmon got second here, man.
No!
Analog.
Well,
Ah,
it's Jessmon. Jessmon's here.
Jessmon is certainly there.
Jessmon's
He's-
in this list.
Certainly in that list.
This is Ganku Turtle.
This is Ganku Test.
Yeah. Well, no. Hey, listen, it's not got like solar mons and stuff, so it's
It's
not,
less cringe
not
than the.
totally
He's got
fair.
3 analog youth. What?
I
Weird.
mean, yeah, like I've bashed analog youth.
You could evolve from trash.
Yeah.
It does search pieces, but like I don't like it on principle of it not actually letting you play the game from zero. Really, just save you.
Yeah, Gankumon isn't trying to play the game from zero. Gankumon's trying to show up and go, yo, what up?
You edit out this. The Omnimon is like actually kind of cool tech.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Shout
Well,
out to
'cause
Bristol.
his interaction on the board is so strong, man.
Yeah.
He's the fact that you can like evolve into him repeatedly from the discard pile, so it's never really a dead card. And if the decks that can out him from the trash are choosing to out Omnimon, that means they're leaving Gankumon X lying around. So it's like it's a real damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
Yeah.
I mean, just having delay hate in this deck is huge.
Yeah,
It
once
means you
these
can
guys
make
don't
the board and not get
it's-
clapped out next turn.
delay hate return all with as many or fewer ventilated Digimon when any of your opponent Digimon leaves the battle area trashed one.
All turns.
And their top security, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick too because if the Gonk board is just sat there like completely bozoing you out, you have to, and you only have chumps. You either give up a security and a delay, or you lose your turn to swing. So it's pretty wild. I do think it's funny because we spent a long period on Misplay discussing the evilness of Ukomon and what it did to the Liberators, turning them all into like kill from 4 security. This is maybe the guy of kill. Like Styrakumon got a little bit of glaze when it comes to like, oh yeah, I do 4 damage and win the game. Bro, if you want to know the dude that does 4 damage, yeah, BT23 Jessmon. Not a coincidence he's getting an LM reprint. This is an established ass power 4 type card. Like they will be designing things around him going forward.
I love it.
The one thing I will say about this list is not on OmniX, is on Just GX a little bit cooler. Like I know, yeah, Ganku Turtle, whatever, it is more likely to be on Just GX, but I still think it's at least cool that a
We're
version
playing
of Jessmon is playing it.
Yeah.
He does win the game if it like your
If it sticks,
contested, you just win the game on the spot.
It's messed up if you keep turn off the Gank X too, right? Because that's when it's like particularly broken. Is like if you're making your board not affected and then can make the ace same turn without losing the time. Like
I'd say if you've kept turn off of the Ganku X play, your opponent might need to check their like.
yeah,
power.
it's done anyway.
Like if they start smelling toast mid game, maybe there's something
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Something's gone wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
I forget. Counter typing doesn't show up if you just straight battle something, right?
Battles
no.
resolve before the end of attack resolution. Yeah. So conceptually, a vortex would be okay into big
Yeah,
band.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out whether
Except,
you'd be
I don't
able to
know
like,
if they
I don't
had,
know,
like,
Just GX.
If they
I think
had
the
a way
thing-
to redirect something or save something.
They could block, but like the Jessmon is swinging with Alliance, and like the Alliance target is Ganku X, so they're gonna be like what 25k.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
that vortex has suspended itself twice.
Oof.
They ain't battling. They ain't battling the Jasper.
Yeah, I was just thinking defensively because I felt like Ganku,
Yeah.
like Just GX used to show up as like all right, I swung, they made Just GX for free. I didn't swing, they DNA'd and made Just GX for free. I was just trying to figure out now that we have battle as a way of hitting something real hard unexpectedly. I was just wondering, I couldn't remember how that plays into their counter timing mechanic, which is starting to be on body now as well.
Battle, for all intents and purposes, is just deletion, but in the terms of like non-effect.
Go
you
ban
resolve
for
a
ban.
battle sequence instead of doing it through a fight, or sorry, instead of doing it through text on card.
It's how they've answered. How do we have Digimon delete Digimon who are immune to Digimon effects? It's just have them be deleted by battle, which is quite an interesting way to do it, I'd say.
Yeah.
I have a highlight from this event if you guys are interested.
Go for it.
At the end of the last one of these we covered, I said that it was the grand falling off of Time Stranger, and that Jupiter had failed to top twice in a row, and there were no Mega Zoos. The 9th place Iliad deck is a response to that, it seems. This is Marukio again.
Okay,
well, this hasn't topped in a minute. So the fact that this is the one time, to be fair, it didn't make top 8.
It would be chilly though.
That's insane.
But this shit's buck wild because it's like, I mean, for one, it's Bukamon, right? So that's how you know it's a serious, like, oh, I'm unsuspending as many times to kill as possible. But this is a, like, for a deck released in AD01, this is an honest to God unchanged BT24 list. There are no substitutions, which is says a lot.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no Infinity Stone. Like, even just
well, it seems like 3 title stream might have had to be a weird adaptation to a format of sorts.
Yeah, I think this is quite cool because, I mean, what's surprising, even more surprising than no Infinity Stones, is only 2 Gato. I guess you only need to find 1 when you're on 4 Asuna, but I would have thought this would be maximizing. Well, I mean, I guess you don't have space, right? You need 4 of the jamming dickhead, 4 of the AGO, and then it's how much space do you have.
It's like, as long as the ratio ends up, I mean, there is a trend towards cutting the Wergarurumons and stuff like that because DNA is broken. But provided you can make enough copies of the Sylphimon over the course of the game, it doesn't necessarily matter how you're getting there because, like, the inherit will recur your Gatomons enough. So even if they get outed the first time, you could hold that one again for later.
Yeah. I suppose as well, in theory, like the gimmick of like making Sylphimon at start of turn to then swing 2 checks then unspend is nice, but in theory, if you have Rookie and back 2 replay tamers, you can just go play the 2 bodies out, promote, swing your promoted stack, make Sylphie 2 checks, Rookie unspend, swing 2 checks, and then Buka end of turn.
Dan Canan plus Bukamon is game.
Yeah.
Jeez, broski. Yeah, and then obviously Cyclone. This is, I believe, Cyclone's most recent top outside of Styrakomon, which is cool. So it's neat to see Cyclonemon be a Time Stranger card again and not a Dragonkin.
Okay, same number of copies in
yeah, it's kind of waned in its popularity. Marcio and I had a whole thing where we talked about this after Bristol, where we were like, it seems like there's a kind of consensus of like Ukomons and Cyclones versus non-Ukos and more Dimetros and stuff. So it's neat to see this one kind of work out because, like, this is the first time where it hasn't required an Ukomon to chip. But also, this deck can OTK you, so who really gives a shit if you chip or not?
I love that this deck is spiritually cross-heart.
Spiritually and mechanically in a lot of senses too, actually. Like, when you watch its tamers call off all at once in one collective sequence, you're like, oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah, you hit security and we're like, oh man, I hit in between theater. Let me check again. Oh man, I hit a tamer. Fuck.
Oh, I played against, I can only assume it was a permutation of this list on DCGO this week. And I gotta be honest, if your first 2 checks are as bad as mine, where it was Asuna Dankanen, I think you're supposed to go home.
Yeah, my bad for showing up.
Yeah. I do like, one of the things I think is really neat in this is we talked about this when the set review of 24 came out, which is that, like, the usefulness of spell singing. Like, we talked about it as like comparing things to Hoodie, but when we made the assessments of a lot of the link cards back then, we didn't really give them the importance of like their context and how the game has changed. Title Stream being the free option you cast when you're at 5 on their side is important because it's 2 things. It's a number you can try and get to turn off all the free Time Stranger shit, and the biggest Link DP you can get, so you can beat up the other Olympians.
Well,
And
it's
considering this shit doesn't
2K,
have a
they're all the same. For a 5
They're
cost, you
actually
think
all
it links. You think it links more? It doesn't. It links
I
2K.
thought it linked 3.
No, it's 2.
Am I
No,
missing
they're
something?
all +2. But the difference here is that the title stream isn't unsuspended.
Yes.
Oh, of
So
course,
it's
yeah.
bounce all lowest if it returned unsuspend, and then obviously it's when attacking is return the lowest. So in theory, you should clear all of the shitters in one go and then clear the big stack. So it's a really, really miserable card to first check in security.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, they made these good on purpose. They want you to use these Olympian options. This deck, of course, you know, before BT25, and this deck will then get Aquilamons to make more Sylphimon combos, and it will get more. It will get Iron Slash, which is there's levels to this shit, bro. If you think this is annoying, Iron Slash costing 3 and giving the Sylphimon the ability to aggressively trade with level 7 Digimon is not really the sort of thing you can account for in your game plan. But hey, there's bigger fish to fry. If everyone's to be believed on the internet, this isn't the DNA deck that matters. Angels is the DNA. Oh, dude, it's Ordine. Why are we talking about this Ordine list? I swear.
There is, I think there is a bigger piece of Iranian yogurt that we have to address.
Yeah. Shakuman died deservedly, but it wasn't exclusively his fault.
Wait,
Galgamon 2 Super Monster version is maybe the most egregious card I'd ever read, and it got worse the longer we played.
This doesn't even DNA anything. Is this literally just card draw?
Just because it's you have 8 Patamons that can find it from security or hand, man. It's just card advantage.
Sure.
This is dude. It's like if you could draw twice as many cards, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Would you rather have $1 or $2?
Or $2. Bro, we gotta kill Patamon. I'm so sick of this
Kusoge ass Patamon. Yeah, I was gonna save talking about some of the turn 2 OTK shit because I've been watching a lot of up and coming Digimon YouTuber Benji TCG this week.
I really thought you were gonna say East. I thought you were gonna say up and coming Digimon YouTuber East.
East has been locked in some kind of prison of new fatherhood where he just plays green decks again, which is wild because East was the all my homies hate green guy for like 2 years.
Be the best.
Him and Marsmon are like that, or sorry, Talismon, I suppose. Him and Talismon are like that. Yeah, shout out to East. He's done like a really great 30-minute video about bears, with like his different deck drafts and stuff, which is cool because I think a lot of people put out like the finished, like here's the final version of the list, but he did like kind of here's all the shit I tried.
It's basically just him and Kavinsky.
Yeah, more people should be doing those. They're tight. But yeah, shout outs to East. All my homies hate green YouTube for being the Bearmon guy right now. God damn, this format's funny. And then Machinamon. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about this one.
4 of each card and then the emblem, right?
Yeah.
I guess Emperor is in there.
I'm surprised that it's only 2 emblem. Do you think this is didn't have 4 of them, or is there value in Digimon Liberator that exists outside of the fact you have 5 famous?
Digimon Liberator has a niche, but it is very specific. The actual context for which you would want to resolve Machinamon and get like a Digimon Liberator turn all at once is that this gets you another link mid combo where the emblem can't.
Yeah. I think the problem with emblem as well is that sometimes it can feel high rolly on the basis that you only have 4 Unchained. So if you don't find Unchained, the emblem's kind of doing nothing.
Well, at the very least, you get they're on Digimon Emperor, so that's 5 and 5 white tamers.
Well, you ignore the requirement with the Liberator option anyway, so you're not too pressed for it. I think they're all Liberators. I would assume they are.
Yeah, everything here is Liberator.
Like the 4s and 5s are certainly Liberator.
Yeah, all the attacks are Liberator. Like the actual option Digimon Liberator doesn't work if you have nothing in the battle area. It's like the caveat to do that.
I see.
Because it's not if a Liberator is on the field.
While you have a Liberator Digimon trait or a Tamer, you can ignore the recolor.
Yeah, it's like one of those that if you're going first,
you don't want to see it.
Or if you get past 2 going second, it's like, do you want Digimon Liberator value, or do you want to draw 1 for evolving your Machinamon.
I do like that. I mean, it is a shit ton of card advantage if it resolves, right? Because it's 2 memory to search top 3 and play a Machinamon, which searches top 3. So it's just like you dig profoundly fast. But you have to meet all these requirements, and it is contextually a little less broken than the emblem, which can, play an Unchained instead.
5 versions of this card, by the way.
Please play this card, please. Here's more Altars of it. Please play this card.
I know the card app lets you know where they came from, but I couldn't tell you where half of this. Like,
one of them's from
one of them's from Dusseldorf European Finals last year. That's that one.
This one.
Then there's the Digimon Liberator box that contained like the Necromon, the debugger one. Thank you.
Yeah. Then what?
This is LM, yeah. And then these are your locals ones.
Isn't this artwork also just Vortex Resonance, or am I tripping?
Vortex Resonance's alt art is them. I know it's like it was the original promo material for Shoto, where he looks like he's falling into like a wormhole.
Okay, yeah, never mind. This is a different art, but
those Vortex Resonance and Liberator are like the halves of the combined art too. So they split it up like manga side.
Yeah, these 2 cards that definitely see a lot of play, man. What a what a we didn't know what we were gonna do with this set.
This was Scrambles haven't come out for the West. Let's just give them some.
If Ghostmon couldn't hack this, nothing would, because it was like the idea that Violet had access to using Liberator options and just didn't make it work. Like this card just poor thing.
Yeah, this thing could make Anubismon, and that was it.
Yeah. And that's very kind of you to assume it would even be in the list to make Anubismon.
I have made Anubismon with this card, and it's the only benefit of this. It's like I mean, it's not a scramble, but hey, it can help you dig some pieces, and if you have Anubismon in your hand, jump scare. It's Violet coded. She would do it. She would slot the best purple level 6 of all time into her
Ruin
list.
mode.
And then
level 7.
Yeah, you can also make Ruin. Yeah, I mean, this is certainly a deck in a region that's very aggro pilled. I think this is an interesting pick to take.
It has like a Machinamon's a really weird deck. It has a pretty favorable lethal line. Like its clock is good. The fact that its burn is really relevant, and he's like, I think it. I'm gonna say this because this is not like a Misplay tier list bit, and I'm sure nobody will take this out of context. This deck gets better the longer the game goes on, because the things it gets to do are very multifaceted and versatile. Like it's got on play value. It's like if instead of Millenniummon being like retroactively fixed by getting an assembly promo, they built the whole thing as like it's a DNA deck that must assemble to generate the body. So like instead of assemble a bozo and then full combo a DNA, it's like you can assemble to make a DNA. And like that, as has been proven, is very strong. So 3 security burn, a bunch of threatening guys, immune Digimon. Digivolve can't be bad. We know that to be true. And Unchained makes your guys immune to TP minus and Digivolve, ostensibly. So this deck will remain on the fringe of people's collective consciousness for basically until Green gets enough good battling dudes to scare this thing away forever.
Yeah.
So if Marsmon gets another wave.
It's a deck that really likes playing into a meta, which is Digivolve DP shrink, because it completely shuts down. Right?
Absolutely.
It's one of those decks, however, at the moment where if you get taken off board, you really feel it, because there's just no rebuild other than like slam assembly body and hope it sticks. But like, if you're basically banking on the one Machina being linked and holding its own until the next turn, and in some cases it does work. And if you link Unchained, you can protect yourself that way from decks that want to Digivolve first. But like, Bears is a good example of like a deck that can 2-for-1 you in that regard. Because
minimum, sometimes you can 3-for-1 you, and then it's like, really over.
If you punch with Marsmon, then raid with the Grizzlymon that gave you raid, and then all of a sudden you're behind and you've lost like a security, and you have to deal with a Marsmon at that point. Like, that's great.
And like all the little bozos sitting around in the field, like this deck is very prone to like having a Machinamon that you chose not to link because your sources were full. that now it becomes like a liability because it could get taunted or it could get beaten to death. Like, it's a tough time. I don't know. I think the upsides to this deck are X's. Like they're clear and like weirdly easy to understand. A lot of these like big 19-step combo bad guy decks tend to be like, hell is going on here?
Hey,
But this one is not. Yeah, exactly. This one gets away with it because it can just play stacks at the end of the day.
I think it's interesting. It's
every
kind of
time
like
I play this, I crave Mimi. I think if this deck could just reset its damn breeding area, it might actually be pretty relevant. It's like it's LARPing as a green deck, but only in the shitty ways.
Yeah, it's really a black deck. It is like it is the. I mean, obviously, you know, Grand Gale came first, but it is just like the really like haha green and black. It used to be like black's worst nightmare. Green. Now it's me and the bestie, unaffected together.
Yeah, if there was, I don't know. Part of me feels like maybe if there was a world where there was like an Atmon card, because you know people have been asking for Atmon to get rebuilds. The delay Atmon got in 25 is pretty good. That I can't remember the name of, but it's the one that plays Cyber Engage. Thank you. If there was just something that could like hatch an Atmon in your raising area or some shit, like that would be a big deal. Like place one from trash into your raising area. Just like the fact that it's Flickmon feels like they wouldn't be power creeping Liberators by giving them another breeding area, but like they could still do something. I don't know. The deck just feels like it was on the precipice of being kind of cool. And
dude, Rebootmon would actually be so cool if it did that. If instead of being unaffected dickhead, it was like, haha, it's Mimi on a Digimon. Like with a Mimi deck, 8 Digimon out of raising.
Well, we didn't clock it right, but they reprinted the Greymon X in BT25, and that was actually a sign that they were going to make a new Blackwork Greymon deck for everybody to use.
I can't go back.
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. Rebootmon being Blackwork Grey X, but like with Aura, is so funny to me.
It's cool that both Greymon X's have ults.
They are very cool. I am if Tommy Tricks pulled one that I owe him some money for, so that's my good vibe. But these, I mean, love me some dinosaurs, man. These cards are great. The foil is better in real life. I have seen.
Yeah, the gold. Yeah,
they look crazy IRL. It is almost like sad to have mine sleeved up because I feel like it kind of loses something. But that is fine. Yeah. Do we? One thing I was going to say about Machinamon is I think the potential continued support of Jupitermon is a niche that this deck will continue to inhabit. Because with Jupitermon having DP minus and Digivolve as its two favorite ways to out a board, this deck is just an unstoppable wall against Jupitermon. And Jupitermon is not great at diminishing, like the fact that it'll be at like 2 or 3 security. 25. Yeah, until 25, sure. But the fact that Jupiter likes to put itself to like 3 security, which means that this deck will burn you for lethal, is an interesting game of rock paper scissors where every hand loses. Yeah.
Speaking of losing rock paper scissors, because every hand loses, you see the new Tekken 8 reveal?
Oh my god, what a reveal!
Yeah,
bro.
Like Tekken is crazy for reveals, right? You know, you've had Nigu and you've had Noctis, and like those by themselves are crazy reveals for Tekken 7. Fucking Baki.
I know.
What? I mean, that's crazy.
Dude, if I was more organized, this is where I'd be like, and if you love Baki, you should use KnTElixar, the player ammo.com, so you can pick up your Baki Hanma energy drink stuff, or get swole like Yujiro and get the chocolate protein powder thing. That's what I use to make ice cream now, which is what I will be consuming soon after this. Fellas, you wanna come over for ice cream?
I hear it's locals night, but maybe on another one.
Hey, you know what that means? Trip to locals after.
Trip to locals.
After, I'm down if you guys are, you know, ice cream party.
I got pomegranate. Pomegranate flavor.
Pomegranate. You guys watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Columbus YCS?
I heard it was nuts. I heard Genesis ran long as well. That was the other one
Genesis is. I mean, I've been on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Kick, right? Every like over Friday now we're doing Genesis locals.
Oh yeah, shoutouts.
Shout out to Terry and for organizing that, and shout out to like Harry and Marcio for convincing me to start playing again. You know, I played one Genesis local and I was again.
Oh shit, it's
Um,
fun. What the hell?
it's actually quite fun. Harry will be happy to know that RDA won Genesis.
Yeah.
So he'll be excited for that. But like advanced format, the finals was actually like some of the best bit of Yu-Gi-Oh I've ever seen. Like game one was like surgical for Jesse. I won't spoil who won. Go watch the game. It's like
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh production makes me mad. It's so good. It's like the, you know, Misplay. We're doing a lot in order to support UK Digimon, but every time I tune into a YCS, I'm like, man, I could waste 2 months upgrading everything.
You could get graphic designers on board.
Yeah.
I could have it that whenever I open my OBS, it makes noises like it's about to turn into an IED.
Somebody checks the security. Ding, 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 ding.
The segue here is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Time Rules sucks because of how it works. For anyone who doesn't know, it's 50 minutes per match. If there are no winner at the end of the 50 minutes, it's a double game loss. So there's this like notion that you have to like you have to know when to scoop, and you have to be willing to scoop to avoid a double loss. And it's like that's not how I think games should be. A game should be able to play out for as long as it's possible, and then if it is a draw, then it's a draw, right?
Yeah.
I think
finals,
double game loss should only happen in best of 1 games.
Yeah, I agree. But top 8 and finals was on time, so you couldn't take forever on your turns, but the players got to have like more time to actually think through their turns. And what we got as a result of that was some of what I think is the best Yu-Gi-Oh I've ever seen in like the modern era. This was like very few hand traps. Actually, this was like engine versus engine, like actually breaking boards versus breaking boards.
Yeah, it's cool.
It wasn't just like turn 1 blowout into go first, turn 1 blowout into go first, turn 1 blowout. This was like, I think games 2 and 3 like took at least like 4 turns, and they were like 30-minute games.
Oh,
like it was just really good.
It's
really
like a direct criticism of all the whinging people do about modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it's so sweet.
Like some of the criticisms are genuine, but at the same time,
yeah. I give most of my beef with Yu-Gi-Oh these days is truly that they have the means of assessing some of the price problems, and they are only like they've been dragging their feet doing so. Like
I think it's made more egregious by other
now.
companies doing it right out the gate. Like Riftbound went, oh, there's a scalping problem. Say less. I'm gonna have every scalper killed the moment they walk through the door.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh like Matrix juked some of the scalping problems, but like what frustrates from like a competitive perspective, I think, is that Yu-Gi-Oh with its multiple international formats, namely OCG and TCG formats, have different rules with card availability and card access. And it's like if they could just standardize this shit so that you could get cheapo copies of everything, your tournament level would be like, it would be more accessible game again. And the game is good right now. Like it is not, it's the worst kept secret that this is the coolest Yu-Gi-Oh has been to watch and to play in about a year. And that's to say nothing of the product, which is better now than it has been in at least since COVID. And I mean that. So it's, I don't know. They just gotta keep their foot on the gas. Konami stresses me out though, because Konami it's like your friend getting out of rehab. They're like, guys, I'm gonna be on the straight and narrow for a little while. Everything's cool. I'll do a really good job. And then like 3 weeks later, they're like, you guys did what? You canceled every pre-order for every LGS in the country again? Yeah, they just. My hopes are up, but yeah, the game is sick.
There's something to be said about Cool Tune. Like I think some of the newer mechanics, newer decks that like Cool Tune has a thing where they look at your hand and they can stack the top of the opponent's deck. I think stuff like that should
sleeper. Yeah,
that's kind of cringe. I don't like that. I think you should be able to play it. But like people complain about like this is a branded mirror.
I think that's less egregious in this game where every search is a tutor.
It's more egregious because
cards matter so much when you
like if your opponent builds an uncontested board, then being able to look at your hand and see,
then rip you out.
Like just stack the top of your deck. So like you are definitely not drawing the outs next turn. That's when it becomes a problem, because at that point it's like I know what's in your hand. I'm building a board that you definitely cannot break. Like you can pick your cards up at any point. Is kind of the issue there. But like this was a branded mirror, and people hate branded on the internet because it's like, oh, it just does everything. It's so broken. You can just make blah blah blah. It's a slot pile because of blah blah blah. this was a branded mirror and it went the distance. Like
Yeah.
this was interaction. There was interaction at every single point of the game. And like like game 2 or game 3, I think Lucas resolves 1 through all those. So like it's better than seeing Joel be resolved.
I was gonna say I wouldn't complain that to that severity, given like Joel is broken for like a while. Remember how like the shifter formats were? Like that was just truly degenerate. So
if you haven't watched this finals, go watch it. If you're falling out of love with Yu-Gi-Oh and you're thinking, I don't know, man, this game's just for me anymore. It's not what it used to be. Go watch this game. This was peak. This is peak Yu-Gi-Oh on play.
Yu-Gi-Oh is sick right now too, because it feels like it's going exactly the other way of a lot of the other really big popular cards. Like One Piece scalping is the worst it's been in the better part of 2 years. Pokemon is like, if you Google getting Pokemon packs, you shouldn't be first presented with the idea of a bubble popping. It should just be the idea that you can get cards for a trading card game. Like Yu-Gi-Oh intentionally making it player first again is really smart. I say all that to ignore the fact that they were scrolling the banner ad for Rarity Collection 5 the entire time that clip was there. But like that's Konami. Listen, like I don't expect everything from
they don't got pachinko machines here. They got to get money somehow.
It's true. God, I would love to see if Konami makes any money off that would be wild. Yu-Gi-Oh sweet right now. I'm excited for 25. I think 25 as a set. There's like a couple of card games right now that are all getting expansions that feel like a new leaf being turned over. Yu-Gi-Oh has been in that process for like, what is this, the third set of the year?
I think so.
Yeah, it's 2020. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh I would broadly say is 2026. Like you've been hearing that the buzz for like the better part of 3 or 4 months. I think dual cards are like an interesting new turn for Digimon. I think Pokemon is in a really cool way right now. Post rotation right now kind of sucks because they kind of left like a complete demigod deck running around in standard format. But internationally, there are still other formats being played. Like there was an expanded format event recently in Japan. Just expanded is wild because it's like somewhat an eternal format. It's like from Pokemon's modern rulings onwards. So Pokemon got its modern rules in 2010, so it's everything from 2010 on with a definitive ban list. And even that has like some interesting shakeups where like the goats of that format stopped topping because things have really been changed recently. So it's like card games are in a like cool period of flux right now. It's just like I hope it sticks and doesn't flop like it did this time last year when we were like, this is so exciting. Look at all these cool things that are coming out. And then it was like, oh no, this sucks. What happened? What went wrong? Yeah, I don't know. Last year was like the supplementary material, right? Like it was like everyone was getting excited for the like Digimon Liberator here in Digimon. One Piece was getting all the teaser stuff for all the crazy One Piece. Like the show was going to go seasonal, so there was going to be a lot of new like themed stuff in the card game. One Piece live action was getting teased for a million things, so everyone was kind of getting the hopium up on that, which was kind of live action. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm a fan. And yeah, to see it this year where it's like the hype is the product itself, not the marketing. It's like, yeah, man, we're really getting through it. But I don't know. I have a number like it's a motivation in card games that I felt like I haven't had in a while, where like all my like kind of junky project decks come back out of binders and boxes recently. I received dinosaurs in Digimon. It could be a thing I take to an event, maybe at Games Expo this weekend.
Hey, this weekend.
Contextually appropriate, yeah.
If you're doing the 3v3 or any of the 1v1s, why not?
See us there.
I might do bears for 3v3.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, do whatever. It sounds like Marcio doesn't give a shit, so...
I think Marcio's got red hybrids, so then...
Oh, okay, that's why he doesn't need to give a shit. He can roll out of bed.
Yeah, he's just played enough of that.
Harry is either on the crosshair or puppets, and either way, he will just win all games.
So he's on Adam duty, respect.
Yeah, he's clocking into his 9 to 5, and then winning all of his games, and then it's on Bozo number 1 and Bozo number 2 being Marcio.
I don't think Harry would consider the crosshair designation the factory, though.
Yeah, I was talking to him.
Field day.
I was talking to him. He's like that. I should be on Puppet, but I want to be on Crosshair. You told me I had to lock in.
It's like it's a free. Okay, but like it's a 3v3.
Yeah,
true. You can lock in on Crosshair. You know, Crosshair is Crosshair just popped.
Yeah.
It's great. That's what I mean. I think he's in a blessed position as a player right now where it's like one of his faves ever is legitimately game defining.
Yeah.
But that's
All
Fire
out, bro.
Rocket, baby.
I'll play theirs. He plays crossfire.
It's so funny. It's like, oh man, I gotta pick between my top 2 deck and my top 4 deck. Damn, bro, what do I do?
I guess I don't want to lose to Machinimon, so I'll just play.
But yeah, if you see the Misplay Mercs around UK Games Expo, I hopefully will have sent everyone some cooked Garurumon sleeves to hand out to members who are rookie tier. You gotta, I don't know how we're gonna do verification of that.
I think you just got to show me your YouTube app.
Yeah, you're gonna have to prove that you're a YouTube memberino. I'm gonna send them a list that it's gonna be like the bouncer. They're gonna be checking the clipboard. I'm like, not on the list.
Yeah, I don't think you work here, bro.
So yeah, if you're gonna be there, come say hi. I will be there. Not even just like in spirit, I will be there. You just probably won't see me because I will be working Lorcana in order to fund stupid projects. So
if you guys see me with a worrying amount of dice, don't say anything to anyone you know. Just let me have that. Dice collection challenging stuff.
And funny enough, Johnny will be there, but in true Johnny his ass is not playing Digimon. He is straight up just getting board games. It's awesome. Like I've been trying to get him his jacket for ages. He's dodging locals. I'm like, yo, you at UKG? He's like, yeah. Not playing Digimon though. I'm like, what
yeah, he's got some board games to go try.
Yeah. So at the very least, he's not gonna drop from an event and go get board games. He's just not gonna enter.
I think he should pair into Jumbo round 1 and then drop.
Beat his team and then drop.
For the legacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was Misplay episode 72. We're gonna do a bonus content. Some members said that they liked the deep dive / like deck breakdown things we've done. We're gonna mix our usual what if nonsense with a deck breakdown. And how would Takato play this Digimon TCG? This will basically be a somewhat Gallantmon / Megidramon like deck results / deep dive. In addition to being, in addition to being, what would Takato do? Let us know what protagonist or secondary character you would want to see us talk about if they played the game. Preferably not one from Tamers, because I think we can all figure it out. But really, yeah, it's just like, what character would you like to see us put decks together for? Or something, I don't know, Kari.deck. You know how it works.
Knowers are playing Kari.deck right now, actually, funny enough. And if you give it another 3 weeks, it'll have a top or 3.
TK and Cody have a new look.
Yeah. Why does it do that?
Why does it do that? But you know what we do? The thing that people actually show up to every podcast for. You don't get to do it live. You just have to wait.
You can say it along at home. We can't stop you.
True.
Oh, thanks for Misplay Mercenaries, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks for coming on.
At this point, more consistent than Misplay.
What was the other one I had the other week? So it was like, when he's not playing fish, he's Thomas Stands on the Lands.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah,
Stands on the Lands is a good one. All right,
that was me at Pontypool.
True.
Baba booey.